Okay, so um, so this is kind of becoming pretty repetitive on the response success type of stuff. Um, See, I have this condition here, and then the condition here, and then also the error is not really going to be updated in time to provide that. So this is probably not the ideal way to do this. I think what I think I'm going to do a little bit simpler approach, which is just to create a function um, in the utils. So in here, I'm just going to have a folder called helper functions. Now, I'm not really sure if that's a common thing. I doubt it. But this is just, I feel like we're going too much, like I feel like I'm having to do a lot to sort of accommodate the way that hooks can only be used in a component. And or what we can do also, actually, I think I just thought of this. What we can do is say, instead of returning the response, we can just return true, right? So if we return a boolean, then we can just say, if res is true, do x, y, and z, and if it's false, if it's failed, then just return false. We could also do it like that. So, and then just console log the error. And what we can do is say, instead of res, we can say success status is successful. That way, because usually when you put like is, has, I think some people even use does. It's sort of like a hint that this is going to be a boolean, or this should be a boolean. So I think here what we can do is just do that. So if it's successful, return true. If it's false, if it fails, then return false, and don't navigate this person. And so if it is false, what we want to do is, so how do we want to do it? Let's take a look at, let's delete all this. So what we want to do, if it's false, so if it fails, first let's log in here. Probably should add like a loading thing there. So well, here's the thing. I'm not sure how we could go about this, to be honest. Because if we say sneezing, coughing, difficulty breathing, right? Let's clear this out. Get results. We do need to figure out what this means, but it's saying that it's being results div anonymous. So this isn't a whole nother component. So if we do start over and the deletion failed, I don't really want to let the user know like whether it was deleted or not. So I'm not really sure what you can do in this situation, because when you hit start all over, I want them to just navigate back to this assessment without really doing anything when it comes to it being. But at the same time, if the deletion fails, then that's going to be, they're just going to kind of stay there and not really move anywhere. I'm not really sure what to do in this situation, or how to go about this type of thing. Let's see, how can we Google this? Best way to handle a restart. Okay, so let's go through this again. So what happens is, in form 2, we have form 2, and when we submit the information, So when we post the pet, we have to post the pet's information so that it can be in the database. And then when we redirect the user to the dashboard, we have to post the information to the database so that when we hit the API, the use pet, so here in our pet results, when we hit this route, the pet needs to be saved to the database so that then the database can use this ID to access that pet's information and then do calculations based on the information of the pet's symptoms and give you the results. So by the time you get to the results page or the results component, so here, by the time you get here, your pet is already saved in the database. And so, say you want to start all over for that pet, then you can say like start over. Saving, it's already saved. So it's kind of like it's not really, since it's already saved, when you click save, it just sort of redirects you to the dashboard because the pet is already saved. So like if you were to go from here and go to your dashboard, the pet is already saved in there. You don't even need to save it. It has to be saved to the database so that you can get the results. I'm not sure how I can do it to where it's kind of like not saved and still give you the results, because again the database needs to find what pet you're talking about. So when they click start all over, then it deletes that pet because it's like, okay, you want to start all over, obviously you don't want to save those results, so you don't want to really save these results, so let's delete that pet from the database. That way you won't have like a saved pet that you didn't want to save. So when it comes to starting all over and hitting that delete, and you want that delete to be successful, I'm not really sure how you can go about if the deletion fails. It's kind of like a silent failure, because I think I still would want to redirect the user if the pet is deleted and it says start all over. So whether the pet is deleted or not, they still need, so if it's successfully deleted, then they're going to, but like say for whatever reason it was failed, so let's cancel, let's get out of our server, and so let's hit start over. It doesn't take us anywhere because it failed, so it's returning false. And so we're going to be hitting this button and nothing's going to be happening because, well, other than this, like it's just going to stay there. So if it fails to delete, I don't know what really we could do other than just, whether it fails or it's successful, we want the user to go back to the, so actually what we're going to do then, if this is the case, because we want the user to go back to the beginning whether the deletion failed or not. So instead of doing all of this, we're just going to call it, and then in our use delete, let's put this in right. Honestly, we don't want to do much in this situation, so we might not even need to do a use delete pet hook. This is probably too much. So what we might actually end up doing is, yeah, because we don't really have much that we want to do here. Either way, we want to redirect the user. If it fails and the user tries to do the same thing with the same name, on the symptoms page, it's going to let you know, hey, you already have a pet with this name. And so you would have to go into your dashboard and like manually delete it. So we might just end up doing this. And instead of ID, we'll say ID, and then just navigate the user back. Honestly, I feel like that's, because I feel like it's doing too much. Either way, just navigate the user back to the beginning, and then from there we can figure it. Like they can figure it out. They can manually. I mean, it will alert you if you're trying to save the same. So get rid of this. Apparently we don't need this anymore. We don't need to do this. And this is where I'm kind of. I think what I'm gonna do here is say. I think we can use error. So let's go back to the side here. Fix successful, make it false. If it fails, set the error, get results that error. I think it also comes with a code. So, but we do want to work with those status if failed or not. If we use error.message, no, because a string, and even in any string that has anything in it is going to be true. So what we want is something that will result accurately, like the condition will accurately, or the condition will be accurate. So here we have the delete, we navigate to the beginning. Now, I think for now we can leave this the way it is. And what we can do here are you sure? So no, I'm wrong in the login submit function. What is going on? What happened? What did I do? Oh, I forgot. I had done this. Okay, so that was a quick, so we'll just, since we made that change here, we'll stop that video here, and then next video, we will look at how to create, or how to extract this on the local storage part.